Hello, and welcome to your walkthrough of the Pearson eText for Effective Practices in Early Childhood Education, Building a Foundation, 5th edition, by Sue Bredekamp and Gail Joseph. Effective Practices is a unique collaboration between experts in general early childhood education, early intervention, education for children with disabilities, equity, multilingual learning, trauma-informed care, family partnership, and more. The authors believe and teach that every child can achieve at a high level if provided equitable and culturally and linguistically responsive learning experiences, positive supportive relationships, and high-quality care and education. The 5th edition builds on the 4th revision of NAEYC's position statement on developmentally appropriate practice. At the same time, the text continues to emphasize effective practices, intentional teaching and engaging learning experiences that successfully promote individual children's optimal development. Chapter 3 is an updated overview of the guidelines for DAP and the considerations for intentional decision-making with new examples and vignettes. Every chapter in the 5th edition considers how teachers can embrace principles of equity, diversity, and inclusion for each and every child and their family. The entire text is aligned with the NAEYC's new position statement on advancing equity in early childhood education programs. Chapter 6 also includes a new section with a coaching model for guarding against implicit bias. Every chapter includes specific examples and strategies that prepare your students to promote equity, embrace diversity, and support inclusion. New to the 5th edition is the Equity Reflection Pedagogical feature. Every chapter includes one or more equity reflections to engage students in deeper thinking, reasoning, and consideration of actions they might take to advance equity, embrace diversity, and promote inclusion. A major addition is stronger focus on trauma-informed care and effective strategies for building resilience in chapters 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 14, including a powerful new vignette in chapter 14, which engages your students in reflection about educators' roles in supporting children who are experiencing trauma. A complete list of key content updates by chapter can be found in the preface of the 5th edition. Now let's take a look at some of the features of the Pearson eText that make it such a great study resource for your students. Each chapter includes video examples integrated right into the reading that illustrate principles or concepts aligned pedagogically with the chapter. These clips enable your students to see what effective teachers do to support children's development and learning. The videos include captions that ask readers to consider how they would respond to situations depicted in the video. In this example, in the chapter on embracing cultural and linguistic diversity and advancing equity, the video's caption reads, "In this video, a pre-kindergarten student spontaneously shares a traditional Cambodian dance that she learned from her mother while singing in Khmer, the language of Cambodia. Notice how the teacher and other children serve as a respectful audience. How do you think this situation builds the little girl's self-confidence and pride in her own identity? What does it teach the other children?" Let's watch just a brief snippet of the video.
You can introduce her, Aubrey. You can say, "Introducing Dara."
I don't want to.
You don't want to say that?
I'm scared.
You're scared? What are you scared of? Dara's ready. She's going to show us her dance. You want to come sit with me?
All the videos in the Pearson eText also offer closed captioning and a downloadable transcript. The video we just saw was an example of an authentic interaction between a practicing teacher and her students. Other videos in the Pearson eText give your students a glimpse of teachers collaborating with each other, teachers working with families, or interviews with experts in the field. The Pearson eText also includes a pop-up glossary. As your students are reading, when they encounter a word or phrase that is bold, blue, and underlined, they simply mouse over or click, and a definition pops right up. It's also easy to highlight and take notes in the Pearson eText. Highlight simply by clicking and dragging the mouse. Note there are 3 different color choices for highlights, enabling your students to color code their notes. You can add a sticky note just by clicking New Note. Students can even easily create their own flashcards. Students can easily access all their notes and highlighting by going to the notebook icon in the left navigation. They can even export their notes as a PDF, essentially creating a personalized study guide. The flashcard icon in the left nav brings up any flashcards the students have created, as well as a pre-made flashcard deck for every chapter in the text. The headphone icon takes your students to an audio version of the entire textbook. When you adopt the 5th edition of Bredekamp's Effective Practices, you'll get access to a Learning Management System compatible test bank. In addition to chapter tests and learning outcome quizzes, the test bank offers application exercises. These short answer constructed response exercises are based on a video example or case-based scenario and ask your students to apply what they've learned. After your students submit their answer, they will see a model response written by the author or a subject matter expert to help guide their learning. So how do your students get access to the Pearson eText for the 5th edition of Sue Bredekamp's Effective Practices in Early Childhood Education? This is Pearson Plus, our new eText learning experience that gives your students flexible, affordable access to your chosen course materials. Pearson Plus offers students online and offline access via the mobile app, enabling them to read and study anywhere. This engaging, interactive, easy-to-use e-textbook experience is the only place your students can get the integrated videos, audiobook, and flashcards we just saw. Thank you for joining me for this walkthrough of the Pearson eTextbook for the 5th edition of Effective Practices in Early Childhood Education, Building a Foundation by Sue Bredekamp and Gail Joseph. If you're ready to learn more, please visit us online at www.pearson.com or contact your local Pearson representative. Thanks.